Hope you are doing amazingly well. If you are new here, my name is Pardita and welcome to my channel. Thanks for your amazing response on my last video on US B1 B2 frequently asked questions and answers. This is a follow-up video to that where I will be covering how to fill your DS-160 form from beginning to end. Follow this video to the end so that you don't miss out on any information. So without wasting any further time, let's get the video rolling. To begin with, I start with the DS-160 form keyword search and I click on the first link which will redirect me to the website. Enter the location, enter the CAPTCHA and click on Start an application. If your application ID has already been generated, you can click on Retrieve your application. So note that here is your application ID that has been auto-generated. You need to take a note of it somewhere just for ready reference. Set your security question and press continue. The first section is personal information. Your name should be in the given format like this. If you have used any names prior, like the maiden name or something, you need to enter that. Otherwise, just select no. Then your gender, marital status, I'm selecting married. And then your date and place of birth. These details are also captured in your passport, so make sure that these cross-verify against your passport. Okay, wow, what's in the air now? That's funny. Never mind. Okay, always save before continuing to avoid losing your progress because this application kicks you out frequently. This is personal information 2, continuation. So fill in your nationality. Then if you have any other nationality in addition to being an Indian, you just mark it here. Then the national identification number, which is going to be your passport number. So make sure you enter the details correctly. For Indians, the US Social Security number and taxpayer ID won't apply, so just click does not apply. Next page is about the travel information. What's the purpose of your visit? So business purpose or tourism, you need to select the category B, and underneath that you need to select B1, B2, whichever category you are applying it for. Okay, if you have made any specific plans that indicate it here, if you are going for a business reason, then it's assumed that you already might have made plans for it over here and then enter the details. For now, I'm just going to select no and just entering some of the details. So within this category of visa, the maximum stay that you can have in US is for 4 weeks continuous. I am just marking 3 weeks for now. Make sure that you should also, mention 3 or 4 weeks, not more than that. Ideally, you must apply 3 months prior to your travel to accommodate your appointment schedule. That gives you sufficient time to attend your appointment and get everything sorted. Just enter the address where you will be putting up in US. So it should be some hotel or Airbnb wherever you are putting up, which could be near your office or wherever. Person or entity paying for the trip. In case of a business travel, it has to be your employer or client, whoever it is. You need to indicate that in this section. Travel companion section is the smallest section in the entire application. Just indicate whether you are traveling with someone. Next section is previous US travel. Well, fill in the information based on your travel history. If you select yes, then you have to fill in all the details about your previous travel. When was your entry date, for how many weeks you stayed and stuff like that. I'm just selecting no in the interest of time. If you have been issued visa in the past, you need to indicate that as well. It doesn't mandatorily have to be B1, B2. It can be any category like L1, H1B, anything. If your visa has ever been refused, you need to indicate that as well. I have faced a rejection, so I will mention yes. But again, in the interest of time, I'm just selecting no. If you select yes, you need to mention the proper reason why it was rejected. Last question is about immigrant petition. So for most of us, it is going to be no, so fill it accordingly. Next section is address and phone number. Here you need to enter your address where you are staying. If it matches with passport, it's great. But if it doesn't, then also that's not an issue. The phone numbers, provide your primary phone number, secondary phone number if you have any, or just click on does not apply. Same goes with your email address as well. If you have used any other email address in the past 5 years, you need to mention all those details here. Well, this is a new section that I have been seeing for last 2-3 years, maybe after social media boom. The social media presence. So most of us will have LinkedIn, Insta, and Facebook accounts. So make sure you add in those details as well. It's always better to provide and disclose all the information that you can while filling the application to be more comprehensive and transparent about your background. Most of us will have a regular passport document. If you have a diplomat category, then you can mark that. Then the usual details like city of issue, issuance date, expiry date, and stuff like that. So just make sure you are filling the details accurately. The last question is that have you ever lost a passport or has it ever been stolen? If that's the case, then please indicate accordingly. Next section is US point of contact information. Here you need to provide the details. Who would be hosting you in US? It could be a relative. If you are going on a business visa, it has to be a business associate, client, or let's say an onshore point of contact. So provide the details, email address, phone number, etc. Their relationship with you. So since I am applying in the category of B1, B2, I'm just going to say that he or she, whatever, they are a business associate. Then full details about your family. So your father, mother details. I'm just selecting do not know in the interest of time here. You need to fill in all these details. If your relatives are staying in US, you need to indicate that. Okay, now that I selected married previously, so the spouse section has got activated for me. So I need to fill in the spouse details as well. Next section is work and education details. Fill in the org details, your income, roles and responsibilities. Make sure that you provide precise information here. If you have been previously employed, mention those details as well. The name of the organization, roles and responsibilities, everything applies to the previous employment sections as well. But I am selecting no just in the interest of time. Have you attended any educational institutions at a secondary level or above? Ideally, this should be yes, but like I said, in the interest of time, I'm just selecting no. Mention all your details about your graduation, post-graduation, or any other higher education that you might have taken. The last section is security and background. Most of the questions are specifically related to travel history, background, and so travel history, if you have traveled to any other country in the last 5 years, indicate those countries. So for the background questions, most of the answers are going to be no, but make sure you read each and every question very carefully before responding. There are 5 pages of security and background, and there are quite a few questions. So make sure you are going through each and every question and then only marking the right answer. Once you are done with these sections, you will land on the review pages. You can again take a look at all your details that you have provided, and you can edit at this stage if required. Okay, once you are done with this, sign and submit. This is the last step.
Now that we have come to the end of the video, I hope you found it useful. And if you have any questions, please guys comment down below and ask your questions. I would be happy to answer back. If you also want some specific questions to be answered which contains personal information, you can also DM me on my Instagram and I would be happy to help you out. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and also share it with your friends. You can also come back with suggestions. I would be happy to incorporate them in my next video or upcoming videos. Well, until then, bye-bye.